Hello everyone, this is me, Mr. Big T Anderson, and today we're doing another fanfiction reading from the Flash fandom, and this is from AgentMaryMargaretSkitz. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. If not, I apologize. And for those who are new here, I read fanfiction because when I go to fanfiction.net or go to other fanfiction sites and I find one that I think does something very well, I would like to give a little bit more spotlight on it. So this is Not Coming Back. And I'm just schmucky duck reading it. Skitz, Agent Mary Margaret Skitz. I'm gonna have a problem saying that. Is the author. Links down below to the fanfiction page and to the story page, so you can give a proper review. Now there is some spoilers. I'm gonna try not to spoil anything, but this is a fanfiction, so yeah, if it happens, it happens. With that. This is Not Coming Back. Lisa Snart learned of her brother's death a year after it happened. After about 4 months after the last contact she had with her brother, she broke into the hideout she knew he and Mick had, and there she found a letter waiting for her with her name on it. Her brother and Mick had apparently gone on some time-traveling mission to save the future. They didn't know when they'd come back, but Lenny had written that he would contact her when they did. He also mentioned that he'd steal something for her from the past, so she was looking forward towards that. Then aliens had attacked. She had seen some of the footage, with the Green Arrow, the Flash, and even Mick fighting the aliens, but Lenny had been in none of it. Before she could try to reach out to Mick to ask about him, she found out that he was gone again. She went out of town again, going around the country from place to place aimlessly. One day she arrived back at the apartment she had in Keystone City to find Mick and a blonde woman who introduced herself as Sarah Lance. The absence of her brother was not lost on Lisa, and she demanded to know where he was. It was then that Mick's face shifted into grief, and Lisa realized what had happened. Lenny was never coming back again. Sarah and Mick had brought her his cold gun, which had been damaged to defuse a bomb. They told her what had happened to her brother, how there had been a device controlling time, and that the only way to destroy it was to hold down a failsafe. Mick had been holding it down until Leonard took his place. It had happened over a year ago, which enraged Lisa that she hadn't been told sooner. He was a hero, Sarah said in a quiet voice. Lisa could see that she was masking her own grief. He didn't have to be a hero, she replied quietly. He just had to be my brother. That was enough. She broke down after Sarah and Mick left. Lisa couldn't remember the last time she had cried that much. Her whole life had been putting up a mask to pretend that she was okay when most of the time she wasn't. Now it was coming down because of Lenny, her big jerk brother. The one who had always looked out for her was gone. He had done so much for her, and she hadn't been able to be there to save him. Somehow, Lisa found herself returning to Central City. A few weeks later, she sought out Cisco, someone she considered to be a friend. Tracking him down wasn't as hard as she expected. While she could have easily showed up at Star Labs or called him, Lisa had gone to his apartment and waited outside the door. It surprised him when he came home and saw her. "Sister Cold," he remarked. He looked more somber than the last time she had seen him, like the world had decided to try and snuff out that light inside of him. "To what do I owe the pleasure?" Lisa stood up and approached him. "My brother's... he's..." She couldn't say dead, or even gone. It was one word, but somehow she couldn't get the sound out. Cisco stepped forward, and Lisa wasn't able to stop herself from hugging him. He returned the embrace immediately, not saying a word as her silent tears trickled down onto his shirt. "My brother's gone," she finally managed to choke out. Then she heard Cisco sniffle a little before letting out a shaky sigh. "So is mine." So, that was Not Coming Back. Now, I can talk about the story, but that's... yeah, I think this one's a little bit later in the series, so I'll give people who don't know about it a little bit of time to kind of figure out which pieces are which. So, with that, that was me reading it. Once again, Agent Mary Margaret Skitz. I'm sorry if I butcher that. Was the one who wrote it, so give them some love, give them some reviews, give them, some constructive criticism, and tell them what you think. If they do something right, a good review is the only way they know. And if you liked how I did it, link down below. I think I'm getting used to female voices. Hopefully I'm doing a little bit better than I started. I actually tried to shy away from those. And with that, I will leave this here. Ta-ta for now.